So this isn't so much of a Dharma talk as it is a plea for help. A dear friend of mine, he's very, very enchanted by stories of monks whose practices are very ascetic, sleeping very little, eating very little, and so on. He's very enamored with the idea of asceticism, and also very enamored with stories of various miracles that have been performed through the years. And he's telling me all these stories, and you can see his eyes lighting up, and I'm just getting this feeling that he's really attached to these stories of very, very strict, rigorous practices and miracles that have been performed and so on. And I'm feeling kind of a frustration inside because I just know that there's really nothing I can put into words. For example, I could say, God, what do you say? You could say, boy, don't get so attached to these stories, don't get so attached to these beliefs and so on. And I know those words would be totally wasted on him, because when early in my practice, if my teacher had said, Scott, all these studies, don't get too attached to them, it would have fallen on deaf ears. It's something you kind of have to learn for yourself. For example, I would always go to my temple and I'd have a million questions for my teacher. I'd be ready to pick his brain and figure it all out and so on. And there's nothing he could have told me to stop me from doing that. I needed to figure it all out. And then one day I was driving into the driveway and I had this weird feeling that I didn't have any more questions. I had let go. It was really a weird feeling. That's just not like me. I want to figure everything out. So I kind of experienced firsthand that you can't be told about letting go and kind of giving up and not become attached to ideas and stories and beliefs. Yeah, at least from my experience, you kind of have to figure that out for yourself. And so now here I am. Again, a dear friend of mine, he's getting all wrapped up in all these stories of miracles and strict practices, and that's the way. And I'm just feeling a frustration that, boy, I wish there was something I could tell him to help him let go, and absolutely no words come to mind. So again, this isn't so much of a Dharma talk as if you have any ideas for me, please post them in comments below, either on YouTube or on the forum, because he's such a nice guy. He's so smart. He's such a hard worker. He's pushing so hard, and he hasn't really figured out about this letting go stuff, which is kind of neat. It's a very liberating feeling when you just finally let go and you realize, wow, all these questions I have, they're not that important really after, and the answers are not that important. It's not like studying for finals. So, so at any rate, if you have any thoughts on that, please let me know. I thank you very much. And there you go.